Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. I don't know what he's saying. Tahoe, Tahoe, Tahoe. Today we're going to talk about a couple of things. I got Mr. Omer in here, always is my guide. He's always helping me. So today we're going to talk about tickets, airline tickets. So stay tuned. You're going to find this quite interesting. I did this morning. I didn't go in depth in detail, but you guys can do this. But this is a way to give you ideas on what to do. As you know, sometimes we're sitting at home, we're not doing too much, and we have some ideas on something that say we're thinking, oh, okay, why don't I just check tickets and I'll see flights and see if they've changed since I purchased mine, and or what if I've got some flights that maybe I want to do coming to the Philippines, and maybe I take a look at that. I'm going to come in here in 6 months anyway, or a year from now. Let me take a look at that and see what they happening. Well, what I did this morning is I went on my browser here in the Philippines and I searched for flights. And basically, the flights were the same here as if I was in New York City. And I used my regular address here, my IP address, and then I changed the IP address to USA JFK. And you're going to find this really interesting. So, my first attempt was they ranged in price about. I searched for 30 days, and they were like $2,500 a ticket. So if you're leaving within 30 days, $2,500 in tickets. So, and of course, what I'm going to do is I'll add the pictures in either at the close to the end. Well, in other words, why don't I just say I add a picture now, and then I'll talk about this particular picture. As you see in this picture, the flights that are coming to U.S. around $1,200, and that VPN is VPN there in USA. So if you're flying JFK to the Philippines and you're looking to come here, that's the price it'll be. Now, something that's really unique about that is I did it from here. There's $2,500. From USA here, it's $1,200, so it's half the price. I don't know why. I don't know anything about it. So I extended it to 60 days, and it's still around the same price. So, but on this next one, I'm going to show you. It's the same dates, and you'll see in the picture it's the same dates, but I changed my VPN. Now, what's unique about this particular VPN is that it has Singapore. I changed it to Singapore. So say for instance, I'm happen to be in Singapore, but I'm buying tickets because I'm going to be in JFK, whatever. You know, you can buy tickets anywhere in the world. So, because it's your IP address is the key. It's $300. You guys see that? $300. So $300 compared to $1,200. There's the difference. You have to book them within the next 30 days. There is criteria you have to meet. You can click on that, but change your IP addresses. There's many IP address companies out there that are free. I use on my phone, I think it's Atlas now. I was using Windscribe. It give you 2 gig a month for free to do some searching. There's a bunch of them out there. They're getting few and far between now because us vloggers have used them, and then we're telling everybody else to use them. And one I've always used before now only has 4 servers that it's available. Used to have had 100, and then another one I have has over 300 servers that I can choose from throughout the world: Germany, France, England, Australia, Iceland, all over the world. So I can change IP address. I find it very interesting. If I change the IP address, say I'm in Germany, and go search for tickets, it's really different prices. And of course, you just change it to English because it'll come up German. But it's really different prices. They charge them a lot more than they do. They charge them a lot. Germany pays a lot. I guess maybe because their income's more. I have no idea, but the prices are more. It's like $3,000. I did that. So I didn't want to dwell upon this too much. Basically, the idea of this video is before you purchase your tickets, change your IP address, purchase your tickets. No big deal where you purchase tickets, as long as you purchase your tickets at what price. And it's the same airlines. Try ASAP tickets, try Cheapo Air tickets, try Skyscanner. You got your Kiwi, your Fly Me, all those off-the-wall sites. I remember, was it One Ticket? I remember me using One Ticket Kiwi one time. I got Fly Me one time as a thing. It's just these off-brand companies that go in and they get a better deal. I don't know how they do it, but I'm not a ticket agent. I don't really know how they make that happen, but they seem to do a really good job of that. So whatever prices that I have, it's going to be different for you guys depending on where you're at. So, but take a look at it. Change your IP address. Just go on your computer. You can install it in Chrome or install it on the computer itself. Just put in your IP address that you're getting for free, or you can just take your IP address and just turn it on and it should do it. And there's many things. Make sure you check your IP address before you use it. In other words, what is my IP address? And check it before you use it. It'll tell you exactly where you're at. Well, I'm in Luxembourg, Germany. So it will tell you where you're at exactly. Then you can start searching for free. But here's the deal. You got to make sure that IP address is really attached, because if you don't, guess what's going to happen? You just search, and it's the same, because you're in the Philippines or wherever you're at. It's just going to show that because some of those IPs don't attach. It's just the way life is, especially that's what you get when you get for free. And sometimes they will kick you off, so you have to keep an eye on that. I use one sometimes. I use it 12 hours sometimes, and the reason I use one is because sometimes I'm doing stuff that I'm doing stuff in U.S. still, and so I will use the IP address like I'm there in U.S. So I think a lot of times too, these IP addresses, and they do constantly change, or you can just buy a proxy. You can get a proxy. Proxy costs you $1, $2 a proxy, and a proxy is basically an IP address you pay, and you pay monthly on that. There's some great sites out there that have proxies you can buy, and you can just load a proxy on there and just use that proxy. Just turn it on, put it in your computer and turn it on, and you're ready to rock, and it never changes. Once you get it in your computer, that proxy's yours, because you're paying $1 or $5 or $10 a proxy. Some proxies are expensive. The good ones you're going to find is going to run you $3, $4, $5 a month each if you use those. Proxies is something everybody uses. A lot of the guys use them in business. They just do it because it gives the appearance that you're there, because you and I know how things are with these businesses. Now, also, when you're searching for the tickets, make sure you search far out. Go 6 months out, 4 months out. But I found good tickets at 60 days out. I don't know what it would be 90 days out. I didn't check it. So God bless everybody. Hope everybody enjoyed this. Hopefully everybody gets some good input on this. And thank you so much for always watching our videos.